In the third episode, we learned a lot of new and interesting details about abstraction. If you touch an abstracted character when they are in a calm state, they won't infect others with glitches. Also, when in a calm state, abstracted characters can come to their senses, regain their minds, and remember familiar characters. This means that abstraction does not equal death, and abstracted characters are not doomed. I'm sure that in episode 4, some of the main characters will be forced to face the abstracted characters, or even one of the main characters will abstract. I want to start by breaking down why any of the characters have to abstract in episode 4. Let's try to figure out which of the characters are in a bad way and who has the best chance of getting abstracted. It may seem like the adventure at Mildenhall Manor went very calm and peaceful for JAX, Ragatha, and Gangle. Perhaps Ragatha has the least chance to abstract out of all the other characters. Ragatha didn't face any adversity in the third episode. Ragatha didn't have to face anything scary or dangerous. She calmly drank tea and chatted with Martha Mildenhall. We didn't learn anything new about her backstory or character. During the events of episode 2 and 3, Ragatha and Pomni cleared up an unpleasant situation between them from the pilot in which Pomni left Ragatha with Kaufmo. In episode 3, Pomni thanked Ragatha for her concern. As you may remember from Gooseworks' Twitter post, the 5th episode will be dedicated to Ragatha. I think the relationship between Pomni and Ragatha will become much closer in the coming episodes. Things are very different with JAX and Gangle. In every new episode, we notice something strange happening to JAX. In the pilot, one interesting detail could be clearly noticed. JAX isn't afraid of anything that Kane adds to his adventures, but JAX is truly stressed by a few things: glitches and abstraction. He stubbornly avoids even mentioning Kaufmo's abstraction in conversation. JAX bravely looks up to Queen Gloink and mocks her, but worries when he sees the glitches. In the second episode, JAX behaved particularly rude to the rest of the main characters. Gangle was particularly hurt at that point. JAX seems very disappointed that he doesn't get the final battle he wanted so badly at the end of the adventure. His mood improves at first when he lets the fudge monster into the Candy Kingdom, but then he goes to his room very sad when Kaufmo's wake begins. After all this, in the third episode, JAX becomes cheerful again and starts behaving well. He helps Pomni with her breath-holding training. JAX tells Pomni that they can't die from lack of oxygen and she needs to keep that in her head at all times. JAX allows herself to banter with Zubul and throw away Gangle's mask of joy. But I think we may see a change in JAX in episode 3. He sucked Ghostly in with his vacuum cleaner. Martha Mildenhall tied JAX up because he was hostile to Ghostly. But JAX acted this way because Kane said that the goal of the adventure was to catch all the ghosts. At the end of the third episode, JAX is angry that he was tied up. In addition, he is stressed out by Kane's phrase, "Welcome back, my meowing milkmaids," when all the other characters have no reaction to this and move on. JAX turns around and with a serious face tells Kane to never call them that again. JAX then walks up to Pomni and asks her about her shared adventure with Kinger. He expected Pomni to complain to him so he could make a joke about it. But Pomni said it was good with Kinger. This was a surprise to JAX. It was clear from the look on his face that JAX was disappointed. This situation can't be joked about well. JAX turns around and walks away. It seems to me that JAX is on the path of correction. Gooseworks wrote in her Tumblr that JAX has a lot of deep mental issues that he hasn't worked through with himself yet. JAX always tries to live for his own enjoyment and makes jokes all the time. From all these facts, we can understand that JAX is hiding his fear of the real dangers of the digital circus. JAX is alone against his problems and tries not to even mention them. To forget about the dangers, JAX constantly makes jokes about the people around him. That said, deep down JAX is not evil. He does not want to cause others suffering. He is capable of caring for and understanding those around him. I think JAX will have to face abstraction in episode 4. It will likely happen in the arena that Kane was shown unfinished in one of the trailers for the new episodes. He won't be able to run away from the abstracted character on the adventure like he did before. He'll need to face his fear face to face. Perhaps JAX will start abstracting himself. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, it seems that abstraction is not irreversible. When JAX is abstracted, he may be saved by Orbsman. In one of Glitch's promotional videos for the Amazing Digital Circus, we saw a shampoo with Orbsman's face on it. I believe Orbsman owns different detergents. One of these detergents will be able to wash JAX and save him from abstraction. When JAX meets his fear face to face, he will show his real thoughts and feelings to all the other characters. When a Tumblr user asked Gooseworks to describe each of the following episodes with one word, Gooseworks described episode 4 with the word "oh." I think this word symbolizes the character's reaction to JAX's confession that he is actually very afraid. My theory is that episode 4 will begin the long, complicated, and dangerous arc of JAX's correction. I'm sure that facing abstracted characters in that arena will be Gangle past JAX. According to Gooseworks' Twitter post, episode 4 will focus on revealing Gangle's character. I found some information about what exactly will be the uniqueness of the 4th episode. One Tumblr user asked if Gangle will be able to have a mask of joy for longer than the first couple minutes. Gooseworks replied that an entire episode will be devoted to that question. In episode 4, Gangle will be with the joy mask for longer than usual. I think the joy mask allows Gangle to be happy as well as angry. When Gangle and JAX are in the arena together and fighting against abstracted characters, JAX will be very afraid of the abstracted characters and will get angry because of it. JAX will try to redirect his anger to Gangle out of habit. Gangle will tell JAX with a mask of joy that he has no right to treat her like that. Because of this, a fight will break out between JAX and Gangle, which one fan from Tumblr Gooseworks speculated about. At the moment of the fight, the abstracted characters will regain their consciousness for a while and will only observe without attacking. JAX will attempt to remove Gangle's mask of joy, but he will fail to do so. Gangle will hold her breath, and her mask will start spinning so fast that JAX won't be able to touch it. Eventually, Gangle will get angry at JAX and use her tape to throw JAX away from the abstracted characters. When JAX touches the monster, he too will begin to abstract. Gangle will stop attacking and panic. Perhaps the phrase that Gooseworks used to describe the 4th episode, "oh," refers to the moment when Gangle realizes she's overreacted in the fight and has done too much damage to JAX. At this point, Orbsman comes to the rescue and heals JAX with one of his cleansers. What do you think about that? What happens when JAX starts a fight with Gangle? Will JAX be saved from abstraction? Has JAX really started to mend? Write your thoughts and theories in the comments, and I'll be sure to read them. Remember, the best comments will make it into the next videos. Also, don't forget to give me a like and subscribe to the channel. Good luck, everyone, and bye-bye.